There's a reason why you can feel like you're still doing everything right, but you're still not getting the results that you want. One of the things that I used to do, the problem was I would just keep going, right? And I wouldn't stop long enough to harness energy from God. Um, Once you understand how energy pointed in the right direction, like the sun, like I'm looking out the window right now, the sun is so powerful. And if you put that sun through a magnifying glass, it will burn paper, right? So your energy and focus is the most important thing to be able to transcend every obstacle, especially if you want to direct your energy in the right directions to be able to build wealth. And as God brought me through all this learning, right, and bring me through trials, tribulations, obstacles, the whole time he was trying to communicate to me, you're unstoppable, right? But the enemy would come in and say, God is hindering you. And it wasn't the case, right? But I would have to remind myself what God said. God said, you're unstoppable. And a lot of us are in that place of confusion, wondering, did God really say? And that's what the enemy placates on. And none of us are exempt from the enemy's whispers. But once God showed me the areas where I got it wrong, and the areas where you have to get before God, you have to get filled up. You have to get in that place of abundance where your spiritual tank, gas tank, is overflowing, right? And there was a time where I was just doing and doing and doing. And God had to slow me down. He said, he would stress my spirit, not in a bad way, but in a very uncomfortable way, to align me, right? I needed alignment because I was trying to do everything that God had promised without the alignment. And it's a sacrifice, right? There's a sacrifice to the anointing. There's a sacrifice to being in the overflow, which really shouldn't be a sacrifice because it's the best place to be. It's the lightest place to be. It's the easiest place to be, so to say, right? But the flesh versus the spirit makes it seem like it's not the best place, right? Because our flesh just wants to keep going, but our spirits need to be saturated and full. And I just sat one day and I sat down, I got before the Lord, and I emptied myself, right? No food, probably drank some water, and I started to read. I started to pray. I started to press in. And I got to the point where I was just in this place of overflow. And the Lord said to me, he was like, now you go, right? Now you move forward. And ever since that day, usually the things that you go through, the toughest times that you go through, the things that God is showing you, the God of the universe, become your ministry, right? And I didn't realize the whole time that he was going to allow me to speak into others to help them to get to that place of overflow so they can direct their energy to build their dreams and the wealth that God has called for them to build. So I just wanted to come on here today and just share that with you, because once I got into that place, I began to flourish, right? Everything became easy. The fire of God carried me. The wind of God carried me. And to get to that place of fire, I read, right? I eat light, I read, until I break through, right? There's a place of breaking. And once your sacrifice, reaches the throne of heaven, the anointing, the fire begins to break into your spirit, and you begin to exude that overflow and that energy. And Satan wants to stifle the energy. We see that throughout the whole Bible. But the fire is what's going to allow us to get to the next place, to be able to build wealth, to be unstoppable in this life, and to take ground, take dominion. So I want to share that with you guys today, and go forth in the power and the boldness of Christ. And hopefully this helps. But again, I want to reiterate, I emptied myself. I allowed myself to be broken, humble before the Lord. And fasting brings humility, right? And I would press in. Every morning, I still press in until I feel the release. And something Smith Wigglesworth used to do. Smith Wigglesworth wouldn't preach until he was ready. What do I mean by that? Well, meaning that he would read, he would pray, and he would press into the Father until he felt his spirit overflowing with the power and the boldness of God and the fire of God. How powerful is that? So I just wanted to touch on that in this video this week. And my prayer is everyone watching begins to operate at that place and beyond. And that's it. That's it for this video. If this video has somehow changed your life, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with somebody who might need it. And again, that's it for this video, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you soon.